looking at this worksheet, I have this tabulated data set, and when you move to the right side of this data set, I have these two columns here, which are date of birth and also age. And when you look at the date of birth column, I have all this date of birth according to or related to all these employees, and I have this age column which have this empty cells. Now we can manually collect or take their age and enter into the cells, but personally this is going to be a tedious work. And also secondly, you might type in a wrong value or a wrong age for this employee. And also, since this data is going to be permanent on this computer system, we need to have this age changing dynamically. That is, anytime we input a new employee and take someone out and also enter the date of birth for that employee, we need to have this age changing according to that particular date of birth. And so in this video, I'm going to show you 5 possible ways you can calculate age in Microsoft Excel based on the entered date of birth in this worksheet. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and let me show you how we can calculate this age in Microsoft Excel. So firstly, we are going to select this cell that relates to the first employee, and this is the date of birth given to this employee. So we are going to start with the first function, which is called the Datedif. So now that I have this function typed, I'm going to open the brackets. Then we are going to have this screen tip. This tells you that we have the right function typed into this current cell, because this is the active cell, as you know. And the next thing that we are going to type is to locate the cell reference or the cell address of the first date of birth given to this particular employee. So this particular date of birth is located in column G and also row 3. So we are going to type Gen 3 in this function. So quickly you can see that this cell is selected. This tells you that anything that is located or any data located in this cell will be recognized by this function. So now that we have this done, we are going to bring our comma and we are going to type today's function. So I have this screen tip pop up. I can press the tab key on the keyboard and also close the bracket or close the bracket for this particular function. Now the next thing is to bring our comma once again, and we are going to type letter Y, which is going to represent the age or the year for the employee, and that is going to be in the quotation mark. Then we close the bracket for the Datedif function, because the today function has its open and close brackets. So this function tells you, or when I move to the formula bar, it is also showcased in this formula bar. This means that Datedif represents the past, meaning we are moving to the past date of birth of that employee, because we know this first date of birth that we have here, which is 8 June 1992, is a past date, as you can see, because presently we are in 2025. Therefore this is a past date, and therefore the function that we are using is also a past date function. And we need to identify the date that we want to calculate, which is the past date, and that date is located in Gen 3, and that is what we have here, and it is located in the function. And therefore when we move to the next argument, which is today, we want to allocate today's date and subtract the past date of birth out of today's date, so that we can get the right age for the employee, which is the current or the present age given to the employee. So this function tells you that if we identify today's date and subtract it from the past date, which is given to the employee, which is located here, we need to get the age, and that age is going to be represented by this Y, which is the age, because it calculates the year. And before someone gets an additional age to his or her previous age, it depends on the year. That is, if the year ends, then a new age or a new number is added to your present age. So this Y is going to represent our age, as you can see. So now that we have this done, when I get back to this function and press the enter key, this gives the age for this particular employee. And without wasting much time, just use the fill handle and double click. This is going to provide all the ages for all these employees. So this is the first way of calculating age in Microsoft Excel using the Datedif function. So let's move to the next one. Because these cells are selected, you can press the delete key on the keyboard. Before that, let me format this particular cells. So I'll move to the font group, change this to black, increase the size to 14, and center this so that we can have its position very well, and also bold it to have a better appearance. You can also even give a color of red to make a difference, as you can see, if you want to do so. So let's maintain this. So these are the ages for all these employees based on the first function that we use. Now I'm going to select this and delete. Let's move to the next one, which we are going to use the today function as well. So we type the equal to sign, open the bracket for this today function. But before then, let me move to the formula bar, click this area and bring the close brackets, because we need to have them in the open and close bracket as well. So let's come back to our current function, which is the today function, and we are going to close it as well, because we need to identify today's date, and then we are going to subtract that from this particular past date that we have here, which is the date of birth for this first employee. So that is located in J3. So we type it, or you can click to select as well. Any of them is going to make the function work perfectly for you. So now that we have this, we need to close the brackets. Then the next thing is to bring our forward slash symbol, which represents the division sign. Then we are going to divide this by 365 days, because we all know that the year consists of 12 months, and when we are calculating them in days, it is 365 days. And I'm going to press the enter key. Now this is going to give us this date. Do not worry. Let's move to the home tab. In the number group, we have this option, click and choose general, and we are going to have this. Do not worry as well. Move back to the number group, choose this particular option that says decrease decimal, and this is going to give you this date of birth. Now you can double click to have the date of birth given to all these employees. So now we can delete, and let's move to the next function. So we select this, and this time around we are going to use the int function as well. So bring the equal to sign. We have this drop down, double click, and then the next thing we are going to type today's function as well, because anytime we need the today function so that we can subtract it from the past date of birth. So we open and close, and then we subtract from J3 as usual, because the first employee is located in J3. We close the bracket and also divide this by 365 and press the enter key. This also provides us with this age, and we double click. And as I said earlier in this video, I said these dates or this age are dynamic. So if this employee is changed, or this employee is out of this company, and let me enter a new employee. So this is the new employee, and when I move to his date of birth and change this, and press the enter key, see what is going to happen here. You can see that this has changed to a different age. So this is dynamic, and when we have this saved on our computer system, and every year or every month, if there's a change of employee and also change of date of birth, we need not to worry. What we have to do is to enter the date of birth, and Excel is going to do the magic for us to get out the age. So this is the third method to calculate the date of birth in Microsoft Excel. Let's move to the fourth one. I'm going to click. Now this becomes the active cell. Now if you want to learn everything or overview of Microsoft Excel, which can kick your start of knowing how to use Excel, I have a video in the description below that gives you the introduction to Microsoft Excel and pinpoints all the features or components that will help you to use Excel perfectly. So please get this video after watching this video. The next one, we are going to use the Yearfrac function. So we type the equal to sign, and as you can see, when I type this, I have two options here, and I'm going to use the second option, which is Yearfrac, double click to have this, and then in the open bracket we are going to locate the date of birth, that is the past date of birth, which is located in Gen 3. Then we bring our comma, type today's function, open and close. So as you can see, we have the today function which has the open and close brackets. We bring our comma and type the number 1, that is, we want the actual age. So you can see that the drop down that we have here, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. We want this first one, which is actual, so we type the number 1 on the keyboard and close the bracket. Now when you hit the enter key, let's have a look at this particular function. We have the equal to the Yearfrac, which we have identified the past date of birth located in Gen 3 and today's function, and also because we want the actual date, this should subtract this from this and give us the actual age given to the employee. Therefore when I press enter key, I have this. Do not worry, move back to this and decrease the decimal, and now when you double click on this fill handle, we have the ages given to all these employees. We are moving to the last option that can help us to calculate the date of birth by getting the right age, and this time around what we want to do is to get age, the number of months and also the number of days, which can help us to know the exact age of that particular employee, because sometimes you might provide your age and your month is ahead of the current month, therefore you are not at that right age, but you are within that year. So we want to identify the days and the month that can help us to locate when you are going to have your actual age. So we are going to jump to the last method. Let's delete and select this particular cell, and in this case we are going to jump back to the Datedif function that will help us to calculate this particular date of birth. Open the brackets and then we locate Gen 3 as the date of birth. Bring in the today function and then open it and close the bracket as well. Let's bring our comma and then provide a year, that is the capital Y in quotation mark, and close the bracket. So we are done with the first argument. Now we are going to bring the ampersand symbol and we are going to bring this years as well. It means that when we calculate this function and get the age, and assuming the age is 25, we want to add this years to it so that we can see it as 25 years. So we move to the next one, we calculate and get months, we get the days as well. So this is what we mean in this particular function. So now that we have the, let's bring the ampersand and also the Datedif function. So in the next Datedif function too, we still identify the Gen 3, use the today function, and this time around we want the month. So this is going to calculate the month, that is the number of months we have in that particular year, and we should add this month to that particular number. So this is the second argument. Let's move to the next one, which is the third argument. So we bring our ampersand symbol. To have this well looked, you can also use the formula bar, you expand it so that you can have a better view of it. And because I'm very good at using Excel, I can even use this area to identify whatever I'm doing. But if you want to have it in a clearer way, just use your formula bar. So you can even click here and start to input your function, or you can move to this side and do it as well. So for the last argument, this is also the Datedif function, today's function, with the past date of birth located in Gen 3, and then we have this MD. This MD says that we need to have the number of days, which is also located in this quotation mark. Therefore, if the number of days are 300, we are going to have 300, which is 300. Then we have this character added to it, making 300 days. So this is the understanding of this particular function, and as you can see, it is also located in the formula bar. Now when we press enter on the keyboard and double click on this, you can see that we have 25 years, 5 months and 29 days. If we double click this for all these employees, we have 40 years, 5 months, 29 days. We also have 64 years, 11 months, 12 days. So this is also another way of calculating age in Microsoft Excel, but this last option gives you the in-depth opening of what you can see perfectly to know the number of years, the month, and also the days.